Number 1, what is instruction set? An instruction set is a part of computer architecture related to programming, including the native data types, instructions, register, address modes, memory architecture, interrupt, and exception handling, and external I/O. An ISA includes specification of set of opcodes and native commands implemented by the particular processor. Number 2, what is an opcode? In computer science, an opcode is a portion of machine language instruction that specifies the operation to be performed. There is specification and formats laid out in instruction set architecture of process in question, which may be the general CPU or more specialized processing unit apart from the opcode itself. An instruction normally also has one or more specifiers for operands. Example are data on which the operation should act, although some operations may implicit operand or none at all. There are instruction sets with nearly uniform fields of opcode and operand specifiers, as well as the 86 structure instance, with the more complicated varied structures. Number 3, what is direct addressing? Direct addressing means that the operands of the instruction hold the address of the location in memory where the data required can be found. The data is then fetched from the location in order to allow the instruction to be executed. Number 4, what is indirect addressing? Indirect addressing means that memory address given in the operands of the instruction is not the location of the actual data required. Instead, that address holds a further address and which data is stored. This can prove useful in decisions need to be made within the execution, as the memory address used in processing can be changed during the execution. Number 5, what is mnemonic? A mnemonic is the symbol name that single executable machine language instruction, and there are at least one opcode mnemonic defined for each machine language instruction. Number 6, explain the 2 things an instruction must do. The first thing an instruction performs is the fetch cycle, which takes address required from memory, stores in the instruction register, and moves the program counter on 1 so that it points to the next instruction. The actual action occurs during the executive cycle of an instruction, which depends on both the instruction itself and the addressing modes specified to be used to access the data that may be required. Number 7, name and explain the 9 common types of microprocessor instruction. Data handling and memory operation. Set a register to fix the constant value. Move the data from memory location to a register or vice versa. This is done to obtain the data, perform computation on it later, or to store result of computation. Read and write the data from the hardware devices. Arithmetic logic unit. Add, subtract, multiply, or divide the values of 2 registers, placing the result in a register, possibly setting 1 or more condition codes in a status register. Perform bitwise operation, taking the conjunction, disjunction of corresponding bits in a pair of register, or the negation of each bit in a register. Compare two values in register. Control flow. Branch to another location in the program and executes there. Conditionally branch to another location in a certain condition holds. Indirectly branch to another location while saving the location of the next instruction as point as to return to a call. Number 8. Give an example. A. Basic form of a mnemonic. Load the accumulator with the value on the address specified LDA SUB1. Example, LDA BH. B. Address expression. The address specifies a certain location, some which are represented by the hexadecimal values where the data is stored. As the previous example, BH is the address where we'll get value that will be loaded on the accumulator. C. Equation. When we combine the mnemonic LDA or load the accumulator with the address BH, we can get an equation LDA BH which loads the accumulator with the correct value on address BH. LDA BH. Number 9. What is the difference between the general purpose, arithmetic, and logical expressions? An arithmetic expression is used to express the numeric computation. Evaluation of an arithmetic expression produces numeric value. A logical expression, on the other hand, is used to express a logical computation. Evaluation of logical expression produces a result of type logical with the value of true or false. The general purpose of expressions are expressions that are not necessarily concerned with either arithmetic or logical operation and does not need numerical data to be executed. Number 10. Explain the operation of a subroutine. In computer science, a subroutine, also termed as procedure, function routine, method, or subprogram, is a part of source code within a larger computer program that performs a specific task and relatively independent of remaining code. As the name of subprogram suggests, a subroutine behaves in a much the same way as computer program that is used as one step in a larger program or another subprogram. A subroutine is often coded so that can be started several times or from several places during one execution of program, including from other subroutines and branch back to the next instruction after the call once the subroutine task is done. Number 11. Name and explain the logic microprocessor addressing modes. Immediately addressing, when writing out the code in mnemonic form, operands that require this mode are marked within a number sign symbol. Within immediate addressing, the data required for execution of the instruction is located directly within the operands of the instruction itself. No lookup of data from memory is required. Direct addressing, the second of the three addressing modes to be looked at the direct addressing. When writing out a code in mnemonic form, no symbol is required to mark operand which use this form. Direct addressing means that the operands of the instruction hold the address of the location in memory where the data required can be found. The data is fetched from the location in order to allow the instruction to be executed.